Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to use Loopholes, your first AI compliance platform for marketing. Think about Loopholes like your antivirus just for marketing risks. And how we do it? By connecting your different marketing channels to our platform and running compliance checks at the background to make sure that all of your published content is still compliant. We also have tools to help you as you create content to ensure that your new content is also compliant to eliminate a lot of guesswork and back and forth with your legal team or marketing team. And so this is our dashboard. You can see here our analytics where you can see how many compliance checks you ran this month, how many passed, how many got flagged. And then you also get a breakdown for your users and giving them each a compliance score. And here is where you start connecting your different marketing channels to our platform. So here you can see I already went ahead and connected my Meta Ads Manager and Google Ads, which is the advertising platform I use the most. And I can run scans here to make sure that all of my current campaigns are still compliant. And after you run the scan, you can go here to our scanner page and look at the report. So you can see here from my Google Ad scan that I ran, I found 2 high risks and 1 medium risk. And here down here, you can see what policy I'm violating, what is not compliant about it, and giving you a suggested alternative of how you can fix it. And we do the same for Meta and any other ad platform you're working with. And you can also run this on web pages. So let's say that you have a website, a landing page that you just built for the holidays, maybe a press release that you did a year ago, and you want to make sure that it's still compliant. This is how you do it. You simply add your website here, you name it, you add it to this group here, and run a scan. Now, when we're running these scans for you, you're probably thinking what type of compliance we're talking about. So there are 3 compliance components that are built into our platform. One of them is all of the ad platforms policies. So if you're advertising on Google, on Meta, and maybe YouTube, maybe TikTok, maybe Snapchat, all of those policies for all of these advertising platforms are built into our platform. And you can also build your own brand guidelines, which I'll show you in a second where, so we can scan against them and making sure that branding is on point, as well as the tone of voice and other internal policies that you set for yourself. Lastly, we're scanning against the regulatory standards that your company has to follow. So if it's HIPAA, FDA, FTC, FINRA, all of those are available on our dashboards and you can choose which one applies to you. So right now, when I ran this scan, you can see that we're scanning this website and I'm scanning it against the FTC, FDA, Google Ads, and Meta Ads policies. So you can see here that we already identified 5 high risk and 1 medium risk, and it giving me here the exact policies that I'm violating and how we can fix it. Now, I told you that there is a really cool feature here that you can also create your own brand guidelines. And so you can upload it if you already have it in place. But if you want to create it on the spot, or maybe there is a new policy you want to enforce with your team, this is how you do it. So in very simple English, I can define your rules. And for example, do not allow the use of the word guarantee. So now all I have to do is save it, and now it's added to the list of policies that Loopholes is scanning against for your brand. Now we have another really cool tool that comes with our platform, our browser extension. And the browser extension is more for real-time feedback as you create content. This is a great tool for marketers who are creating content and want to know on the spot if their content is going to get approved or rejected. So all I had to do here is copy paste my text, and I'm getting a response. It's being rejected for the word guaranteed, which is the policy that we just defined together. There are also some misleading claims here, and this is a prohibited financial product and service. So here you can see also Loopholes is giving you a suggested alternative on how to fix your copy. And we also support all languages. So let me show you here. This is about loans, and it's in Spanish. And so you can see that Loopholes give you the response in English and giving you the suggested alternative in the language language that you used. We do the same thing for images. So for example, let me upload this image here that I want to use in my ad. All I have to do is click check for compliance. And what Loopholes is doing right now is analyzing this image and the text that I added on top of it. Now we can see that this image might get rejected because of misleading or exaggerated claims. So by me adding this text on top of my image, I'm basically claiming that if you'll use Robinhood, you can gain all of this money, which is misleading or exaggeration. So this is why this specific image will get rejected. We do the same for audio and video as well. So if you're working with influencers and you want to make sure that the videos that are sending you are compliant, this is a great way to do it. Last thing I'm going to show you here is how we're already embedded in the ad platform's content fields. If you're not familiar, don't get overwhelmed. This is the Facebook Ads Manager. This is where you can create campaigns for Facebook and Instagram as well. All I have to do here is type my ad copy. So let's say this is what I want to test right now as my headline. You see that Loopholes here are already starting to scan my ad copy. And guess what? It's get rejected for this, again, word guaranteed. That is a policy that we just defined. So here I can just click apply, and you can see that Loopholes is again scanning it to make sure that even the new suggestion is still compliant. And when you work directly on the ad platforms, you don't need to use our browser extension. Like I said, we're already embedded in their content field, so you don't need to break out of your workflow. So this is how easy it is to interact with our platform and make sure that you have ongoing compliance. Thank you so much for being with me today.